Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel JMC Creates. My name is Jackie McKissick and this is the project we're making today. So it's a little frog on a not a unicorn either, it's a little frog on a unicycle. Yay, I made it, I got it out. So anyway, but I think this time I need to put the grass down a bit because you can't see enough of the wee bicycle thing. Okay, so what have I used? Just you sit there and look pretty so as I can reference you. I have just made my last order as a Stampin' Up hobby demonstrator. So there's just not enough stuff to keep me interested. I will buy the few things I like from another demonstrator, but I have too many varied interests and too many varied companies, and I need to spread my budget through them all. So I got this So Hoppy together. Okay, it was a celebration stamp set, I believe. So I'm using that, and once again I'm using the frog on the unicycle, and there he is, and there's my husband. So lunch has arrived. I didn't realise it was lunchtime. It's 1 o'clock. There you go. So when my tea cools down, till my tea cools down, I'll keep going and then I will pause it. So I have a wee frog on my unicycle already coloured. Okay, I have a lot of the die cutting already done, and what I used was this Paper Crafter 128 November 2018 set, and I've used this set for the bits round the side. I've used the flowers and then the wee separate flowers and leaves. Okay, and that's what makes my decorative bits. I used lawn fawn grassy hillside borders for my grass, so I have a couple of them already cut. I've used distress inks for my background. I've actually already started. I've put in some evergreen bow down, and I've put down some tumbled glass. I'm just going to go back in with some tumbled glass. Now I have a light and a dark of these brushes, and I got them from Amazon, so I did. So amazon.smile.co.uk, because it's a charity then. It benefits some charity. I can't remember which one, but it does. Now these brushes are lovely, but you don't get massive heavy coverage. You have to build up the cover, so you do. So that's why I've already gone ahead and put some colours down. So I have to keep me going, to get me started. Not have you sitting there watching me go round and round and round and round and round and round and round. Okay, just there we go. I think that'll do my tumbled glass. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of salty ocean, a little bit, as little as possible, and just go round the outside. Okay, and you get a heavier coverage with that. Okay, so that's all I'm doing for that. Salt of the ocean. Who's coming? Riley's coming. Oh, he's going straight to bed. Yay, go me. So I'm going to put on a little bit of cracked pistachio on the bottom now. Oh, he's singing. Riley's singing away like a gidgeon. I should have had a bit of card there for my fingers, but that would have required too much forward planning, wouldn't it? And when I get a project done and I know I'm going to make a video of it, I just want to do it and get on with it. So, okay. And that is all the distress ink I'm going to use. What I am going to do is get some water and spritz it and then soak it up and let it dry. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to go have my lunch and come back. That's it, lunch break over, back to class, children. Remember those days? Anyway, my piece of card's dry now, so I am taking, these are some, what do you call it? Slider die shape thingamajiggers, whatever you call it. And this is what's going to hold your wee man on. So I've used the grassy border and I've cut a border, and I want him to go from side to side, but I think I need to shorten that because he's a bit high. So I've just got my mini guillotine out and I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off the bottom. Okay, so if that goes there to there, see, I don't really want you to be able to see this bit here, the slidey thingy jigger, too much, but I think I'm going to go with the flow and do it there. Need a bit of tape. Okay, and then I'm going to take it and run it through my Gemini and return. So I've cut it out now and I've kept the wee bit in case I need to put it back in if it's too obvious. Okay, so you can see there's a few of them in there. Anyway, right, so basically that's the idea, is that's going there like that. Okay, now I have this panel cut slightly shorter than that one. I wanted to make sure there was room for this bit here, so I have that bit made. It's just actually 3 pieces of card that are 3/4 of an inch glued together, and then from the long foam double slider die I've used this bit because it's got the little arrow pointing for you to pull. Now it's too long at the minute, but we'll get there, right? So the next bit is I've cut out all my flowers. Okay, I've cut out that bit. There should be another one of those. Yes, there is. Okay, so you sit there as a guide. Now, hi now, brown cow. I hope you can see that. Now bring my light a bit closer. All I can see is a shadow. Okay, still can see the shadows. I'll have to do. I'm afraid I'm not an expert at lighting. Okay, anyway, forget about that. Sit down next to me. Sit down, down. These bits are going on one on each side, okay? You have to turn one round, but it's not going to get seen because your first layer of grass will sit over it. But you do have to take a little bit off the one on the right so as it doesn't affect your slidey thing. I can see nothing. I'll have to do. Right, you see what I mean? You have to take a bit off there, so because you don't want it to interfere with your slider bit. You won't be seeing it, you just want the tall bit up the sides really. And the illusion of grass in behind. Up a wee bit. Okay, like that. Okay. So then that bit will go on there. And I forgot to, oh, I've got a penny there, it'll do. I used a 5p in the last one. This time I'm going to be using a penny because that's what's sitting there. Finish off the teas that my hubby was so generous to make. He wasn't generous, he knows what's good for him. I'm bad, I know. He is amazing, he knows it. So, like that. You want that to go in to at least there. So you could take another bit off that because you don't want to go too far by the end. Okay. Then what you do is you get, these are Stampin' Up mini dimensionals. If I move that map forward a bit, you might see what I'm doing better. Right. So you take a dimensional and you put it on there. And the last one fit it perfectly, so I'm hoping this one will fit perfectly too. Then you take the lid off it and you put another one directly on top. And then you put your penny on. I didn't need a penny, did I? Yes, I did. I didn't. I could have just stuck it on there. I didn't need a penny. I just checked that and see. I must have been, yeah, I knew I didn't need a penny. Sorry. Thinking of a different card altogether. So I was. That's another idea that's up my sleeve. So that's our slidey. Right? And then that one's going on there like that. Okay. And I should have, we'll do that again. Where's that bit? I can see the background of that. So what I'm going to do is stick that bit down in. Okay. Give it a good burnish. And then you stick your dimensionals on. Making sure that that fits directly inside. So, you see, this is why you watch tutorials, to watch us make the disaster so you don't have to. That's my story and I am sticking to it like super glue. Okay, now we are going to put our wee man on his unicycle. Like that. Oof. Yay! We have liftoff. Right. And now I want a little bit of foam tape on the bottom of this because we've got foam tape on there. Okay. So I have a narrow strip cut and I want to use exactly this side. Okay. And then we will just do our darndest to take off our tape. Right, now this is the pernickety bit. Okay, like that. And then you're just going to cut your excess off. Oops. Sit. Sit. Right, so next we want to do, what do we want to do? We want to stick our flowers down, but we need to cut out a load out. I've done the coloured ones, I need the green ones cut out. You need green for the base. Oops. Right, so you need this one and this one, and you need the flower one. Okay, because you cut out the green and then you cut out the coloured bits for the top of it. Okay, and the idea is you have two for each side, so just trying to fit them on as to get as many out of them as we possibly can. Okay, And I shall run that through my arms. Are the strongest part of my body. I can't walk to the end of the road without being in pain, but my arms are the strongest part because of crafting. So, you see, it's good for you in all ways. Right. I'll come out. So what I'm going to do is run this through a few more times and then I will resurface. Okay, we're back, and before we go any further, we're going to stamp our little bees. Okay, before we have too much bump on. Okay, who's at my door at this time of the day? Sounds like my daughter. I'll just clean off my stamp. Okay, I'm not getting peace today to do this between the hubby and the daughter. But anyway, right, anyway, that's our wee thingy-majigger's bee stamped. Okay. The top of that, I'm flicking out the top of that grass to make sure that his wee wheel doesn't get caught on it on the way past. Okay, you see, method in the madness. Right, now we need to do the decoration. Okay, so I've cut out lots of little green ones, and then I've cut out lots of little coloured ones to go on top. Okay, that's that. And just put them where you think it looks pretty, but not. Not OTT, and you have to be careful of these ones here. Make sure that they're pretty flat so that they go in behind. So as they go in behind the wee man when he's sliding across in his wee bicycle. This is the only time consuming bit there is. I want to cut that off a bit because it's going over the track. So it is. And I don't want it to go in the way of the track. Okay. Right, and then you're going to be putting some wee flowers on, and I'm just putting them on wherever the heck I like. There's no method to my madness at all. There'll be another bit of grass going over the top of them to hide the stems, isn't I? Gives them a wee bit of a curve because nature is not perfection. It looks perfection, but it is not created. That's perfection. It's higgledy-piggledy. So it is. Right, okay. Now we need to put our flowers on. So these ones here, there are a tiny little die that cuts them out separately, but there's not for these ones. And I still wanted the green stamp, the green stems and the coloured heads. So I am simply cutting off the heads. And it's time consuming, but I think it was worth it. Just as long as I don't lose any. Which is always a distinct possibility. Okay, and then it's just a matter of dotting a wee dot of glue on top of your wee flower heads. Like that. And sticking them on. Okay. So I'm going to stop you now and come back when I have it done. Okay, so we've only got our wee front flowers to do now, so let's just get them done. I had a disaster there. I was trying to deplug my glue and the lid came off and it all over, so I had to go and change my jumper, clean my hair, blah 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 blah, as you do when you're an impatient crafter like me. So you get this little separate head in for these two flowers in the die set. Look. And I like that because it saves a little time. And the more time I save, the quicker I can move on to the next project. Is anybody else like that? I wonder. I wonder. It's going to have to be another yellow one. An orange. It's an orangey one. Orangey yellow. You're working on one project, and while you're doing your video, you've already the other one lined up in your head. Can't wait to get it started. Okay, so then that's our wee froggy sliding across. So now all we need to do is put on another layer of grass. Because it's not easy, this bit here, because you want it low enough to see the trees, but high enough so it'll actually fit on the darn card. Which means you guesstimate, basically. This is what I did. I guesstimated where I wanted it. Like that. I think I'll try going back to videoing in front of the window now that the summer's come, because I'm not very good with this lighting crap. Okay, so then I just cut off the bit I'd drawn as a line, and I went totally skew width of that one, so I did. Okay, like that. And we're only going to, we're putting that on flat with glue, we don't need no more dimension. Okay. And you're just going to cut off the excess like a good girl you are. And that is basically your card then. Get rid of all that. Now, there's another finicky bit. So it is, because you're putting on foam tape. So a bit above there, and one at the top there. I am sorry if this keeps going out of shot. I'm endeavouring to remember what I'm doing. Right, and now I want this bit cut in half. Okay, off my finger. Okay, so scissors. There you go. And that's just going on the bottom. Okay, get you off, and then you want to double it up. Right, and then you want this other skinny bit now. Oh no, look what you did, you numpty. You should pay attention to yourself, you plongery. There we go. Right, what did I do with that? Right. 6 foot. Oops. One more. Right. That's all our tape, so that'll keep that in there. It won't wiggle woggle. Once it's stuck down, it'll stay in there. Okay, right. So, get your card base. Stamp the back. You need a sentiment for inside it. Oh my word, I had a catastrophe there. I kicked a drawer with my toe. And it wouldn't be so bad, but I've got an ingrown toenail. It's got an infection and it was blinging sore. So, there were utterances utterances that not everybody should hear. Right, I'm going to use the frog, and this is For You from Birthday Blooms. And hope I get it straight. Not likely, but one can but try. Oh man, okay. Cross your fingers. I'm just going to use this because it's handy. Oops, not very dark. That's better. Before you use cricket, but I am not going to stress over it at this stage of the game. There's a stump cleaner. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll do that later. There's the case for the stump cleaner. Oh, find it. Find it under all the mess that I've pushed off to the side. Okay, I shall put them away later. I shall put this away now because then it stays wet. Right, so that's our inside. Cricket as it may be, that's still going to be our inside, and then I'm putting that on there. So I cut this panel at 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, so that when I stick it on, there's room for this thing here. Like that. Sorry, I was just busy playing with it. I forgot what I was doing. I like making interactive cards for children especially. It's nice to see the wee face smile up at the card. Then you came my way. Okay. Oh, come off. There. Right, I have to bring this closer to me and stand up to try and get it where I need it to go. So, apologies. Okay, there you go. So, those are my interactive cards for today, our little frog sliders. You can see I coloured the frogs with different mediums each time. Watercolours and Arteza, I think, maybe for those ones. So, anyway, this is a Dewcrafts watercolour that I prefer. Anyway, that is our slider card for today. I hope you like it. If you do, I'd love you to give me a thumbs up. If you would subscribe, that would be awesome. If you would share, I'd be over the moon. So till the next time, Jack you out.